Many of us don't even realize how many toxins we come into contact with on a daily basis that are hidden in plain sight. So that is what this video is all about. We are often solely focused on the food, the water, and the air, and not the largest organ of them all, our skin. And it is really counterproductive to think that you are going to detox your liver, to detox your stomach, to detox your kidneys without detoxing what you are putting on your body. And we're putting it on our body every single day, most of us, without even thinking about it. So yesterday, I shared a video talking about the urgency for us to start detoxing now. I will make sure to tag it at the end of this video for anyone who missed it. But today, we're going to go over how we should audit what we are putting on our bodies from head to toe. Hey, everyone. I am Kim, aka Kim with the Gems. And on this channel, we stay ready so we don't have to get ready. And like I said, as a follow-up to yesterday's video, which I promise you, those who look back 6 months from now will thank me, especially if they implemented some of the practices that we talked about yesterday and today. Let's get into the areas that many of us are not paying attention to, but we should. And understanding that the skin is the largest organ. We need to do a daily head to toe exposure audit. And this will help us stay focused and accountable when it comes to living a cleaner life. We're going to go from head to toe, head to toe. And this isn't the full list. I have a list of 120, which if you check the description, there'll be a link to that, complimentary link to that, because this is not a game, y'all. This is serious. The answers to why so many of us are not feeling well, are can't lose the weight, menstrual cycles are horrific. The list goes on. The answers lie in this document. And so we're going to start at the head, right? With the scalp. Hair dyes. Do you see what hair dyes contain? Let's start with ammonia. Then there's coal and tar. All of this will be on the document. So in order to get through this within 20 minutes or so, I'm just going to read exactly what the product is and what the ingredients are that can present some level of danger to our health. We cannot call ourselves eating organic, but continue to put coal, tar, and ammonia on our scalp. So shampoo and conditioner have everything from sulfates to fragrances to parabens, and I always mix up this word, but phthalates. Going on to the face and skincare. Your face wash and scrubs include parabens and microbeads. Sunscreen, which we think is so healthy, could be one of the most toxic things you could put on your body. And sometimes, unless there is a immediate danger based on genetics or whatever, ask yourself, why would it be necessary? Is it necessary? How much time and exposure are you really getting to harmful sun rays? Moisturizers and serums, which we overconsume, have so many unhealthy toxins. And again, disclaimer, I am not a physician. I don't claim to be one. The information that you find on this channel is for educational purposes only. Please, before listening to me, if there are any health issues specifically, consult a physician that you trust before changing anything that you do. So, moving on to moistures and serums, silicone, synthetic preservatives. We know that just sounds horrible, right? Let's go to makeup. Makeup. The eyes in particular, we're going to start there. Mascara get into our eye ducts, and once it gets into your eyes and your ducts, it can carry throughout the body with our synthetic dyes. And I'm not going to try to pronounce these chemical words, but you can see them on the screen or you can download them. That has all of this information. Powders and blushes. The same reason why there was a huge class action lawsuit against a major company that produced talcum powders is the same reason why we should not be utilizing powders and blushes, especially on a regular basis. If you do, don't even, detoxing your food, paying for bottled water is a waste. Lipstick and lip gloss often contain heavy metals and petroleum. And then there's contact lens solutions. Again, we talked about the eyes with the makeup. It's the same if you wear contact lenses. Let's move on to oral and personal care. Toothpaste. Oh my goodness. Between the artificial sweeteners that have direct links to that big C word, there's also plastic. Yes, I said plastic. That is contained in many of the brands, and we're talking popular brands of toothpaste. There are healthier options, healthier ways, more natural ways to make sure you brush your teeth and get rid of any and all bacteria. Dental floss, another area that contains plastic and coatings, which are not even allowed, like in other countries, or people in other countries don't use. So be careful with dental floss and find alternatives to what you can use instead of these highly toxic products. Deodorant, we already know there's a correlation to the aluminum that is found in many deodorants, and people have been urging others to go aluminum free for a very long time. There's also fragrances. When it comes to your body lotion, same thing. Fragrances and harmful chemical ingredients that enter into your bloodstream through your skin, through your pores. So find more natural homeopathic ways to moisturize your skin. It's just that simple. Not everything presents the same level of danger, so be sure to read your labels. Also, we need to start small, and we're going to get into that in a second. You don't need to swap out everything at once. You just need to start and then progress. Now, when it comes to our clothing, which we also place on the largest organ that we have, our skin, we wear too many synthetic fibers. Yesterday, we talked about those big companies that are doing huge numbers in selling clothing, that they contain materials and products in those materials that may be deemed harmful. When we try to, add different products to our laundry, including the detergents, but also things that are supposed to keep our clothing wrinkle free, we are also adding toxins that can enter into our blood. We talked yesterday as well about pads, tampons, any type of panty liner, especially, now they're promoting to older women, leak guards and stuff like that. These are all synthetic man-made materials that women are wearing 24 hours a day. And then again, coupling that with the synthetic fibers that our undergarments are made from, it's a recipe for disaster. Also, when it comes to daily items like what you use to cook, your nonstick cookware, do your homework on that. Let's just say you may want to think about switching to a safer alternative. Also, the foods that we not only do we use plastic utensils, especially if you're outside, right? If you're out, you grab something to eat, we're using plastic utensils, we're drinking bottled water or sodas out of plastic, where our food that we buy comes in plastic, the milk comes in plastic. All of these things contain microplastics that once you consume, enter into your system. Takeout packaging, all of this Uber eating and door dashing and fast foods contain harmful ingredients, rather it's plastic or grease resistant bags. There's a lot more that we could go into, but for the sake of time, I urge you to go ahead and get the document. Also, when we're cleaning our house, we use way too many toxic chemical cleaning sprays and disinfectant wipes. All of this is within a day. Like, we're adding so many toxins every single day outside of the food, outside of the air that we're breathing. we're adding so many toxins every single day that you should really be concerned enough to want to make a change, concerned enough that your body is set up to protect yourself from anything that comes your way. And um, on the next live that I do, I'm going to share some of the products that we should be consuming to help eliminate these toxins. Then there's our furniture, our mattresses that all also play a part. Many of them contain flame retardants as well as stain treatments and those infamous PFAS. The exact meaning of PFAS, it's a chemical to start with, and it is considered a group of over 14,000 synthetic forever chemicals used since the 1940s to make products resistant to water, stains, grease, and heat. They are highly persistent in the environment and human body, linked to adverse health effects, including the C word, immune system impacts, and high cholesterol. So just let that sink in. Here are some simple swaps for a cleaner life. Go fragrance free on everything. We didn't talk about like the trash can liners that are all now, all of a sudden, contain a fragrance. Those are harmful. Even though we are not ingesting that plastic, we are inhaling those toxins. Also, whenever you can, try to swap plastic for glass or stainless steel. Clothing should always be man-made materials like wool, linen, cotton. But if you cannot afford and or find, the man-made materials should absolutely be in the 90s range, right? So if 90% of the clothing that you are wearing is made out of cotton and 10% is something else, then you are lowering the toxic intake. When it comes to cooking, cast iron and stainless steel would be the preferred option. And when it even comes to laundry, if you need something scented, use natural scenting. So you can make your own scents using fruits, right? You can make your own scents using herbs, but please get rid of those standard dryer sheets. Please, they're doing way more harm than you can imagine. You'll find that some of these items you can make yourself and they can be more affordable. And if you make them the right way, they can last longer. And so this video was actually just a part two to the reason why we need to detox. Because again, unfortunately, many of us, we focus simply on the water and we focus on the air. And so when you understand that there are hundreds more areas that we need to be eliminating or at least minimizing immediately, hopefully this will help you to do that and live a healthier life. So please do yourself a favor, start today. You can make simple changes today. If you are really concerned because you are facing certain health issues, not feeling like yourself, double down, go as hard as you can. And if you can do it for a short amount of time, like go hard for a month, see if there's any changes in how you feel. That will inspire you to keep going. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. And I want us to stay as healthy as possible. We're going to need to. And I'll be back with more information on what I'm using to detox and also how I feel since January 2nd. So, again, I hope this was helpful and be sure to follow. If you have any suggestions, please put them in the comment section and I will see you guys on the next video. Until then, bye.